Hi everyone, welcome back to the Jye and I channel. Today I'm going to show you how to sew an invisible zipper. Let's get into it. Okay, so what is an invisible zipper? Why do we need one and why is it so scary? The invisible zipper is one of the beginner's worst nightmare. Well, it was mine anyway. It doesn't have to be that scary though. Once you've tackled the first zip, you'll be able to fly for the others. The reason we need an invisible zipper is because we need to get in and out of our clothes. That's very important. Our body isn't some squishy material, it's still solid and we need to get in and out of our clothes. And to answer your first question, it's pretty much just the design element. An invisible zipper sits within a seam, so it's invisible to anyone looking, instead of having a big chunky zip inside a seam. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Seam, zip, scissors. Okay, so let's get into sewing this invisible zipper. So what you'll need is a zipper foot and an invisible zipper foot. Now, if you don't have an invisible zipper foot, that's okay, because it's quite common for most machines not to have one. All you have to do is go to your fabric or craft store and get an invisible zipper foot. They're quite inexpensive and they come with lots of adapters to fit the shank to your sewing machine. Okay, put your zipper foot onto your machine and now we're going to prepare our invisible zipper. Your invisible zipper goes within a seam. This is what makes the zip invisible. Usually both edges of your seam would be overlocked. I haven't done that because I didn't have time. Also, I should mention that when sewing an invisible zipper, your zipper color and thread of the machine should all match the color of your fabric. I'm going to do everything in contrasting thread and zipper and fabric just so you can see what I'm doing. Grab your invisible zipper and we're going to put right sides of the zipper and the fabric together. You want to match the top of your zipper with the top of your fabric, and now we're going to pin this in place. If you're not a beginner, you don't really have to pin this in place. However, it does help just keep everything in place. I like to learn and teach myself to sew without pins because that way it makes making clothes super fast. Although if you do get it wrong, you have a lot of unpicking to do. Okay, so now that we've put right sides of our zip together and pin it in place, we're gonna run a stay stitch 5mm in from the edge of the zip and the fabric. Let's do that. Don't forget to back tack at the start and at the end. A back tack just means going over the same spot a couple of times to make sure your work doesn't come undone. And take your pins out as you go along. The reason I like to put my pins in sideways is because it means if I accidentally run over one, I have less chances of breaking the needle. And back tacking and start on the end. Okay, now that our first side is stay stitched, we need to do the exact same thing to the other side. To do this, you just want to make sure that right sides of the zip and right sides of the fabric are facing together. Matching the top of the zipper with the top of the fabric. And you can pin that in place. All right, let's sew. All right, our stay stitching's all done now. You can see that the invisible zip is inside the seam, although it's not looking very invisible, is it? That's because we need to grab our invisible zipper foot and sew with that on. What the invisible zipper foot does is it enables us to get really close to the zipper teeth without puncturing the zipper teeth. This is what makes the invisible zip invisible, really. So grab your invisible zipper and put it onto your machine. The invisible zipper foot is all on now. We just need to open up our invisible zipper, push it to the side so we've got right sides together, and we want to put the groove of the zipper into the groove of the invisible zipper foot. With the invisible zipper foot, you want to be sewing as close as you can to the edge of the zipper teeth without puncturing them. Okay, let's give it a go. And as you can see, that the roller of the invisible zipper is just next to the invisible zipper teeth. I like to start a little bit down on the zipper just to avoid the zipper stopper. You can back tack up and then start. Okay, let's give it a go. You want to try to keep the zipper tape flat as possible. Once you get to the bottom of the zipper, unfortunately we just can't get any closer. So just do a back tack a couple of times and then repeat on the other side. Okay, we've sewn both sides of our fabric. Now the scary part, doing it up and seeing if we actually did a good job. Things in TV don't always go right. Oh, look at that. Our zip is now invisible within the seam. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. And I'm going to show the importance of making sure that your zip tape is the same color as your fabric, because when you stretch and put it on the body a little bit, you can see a little bit of the zip tape. Other than that though, it's pretty good. Now you're probably thinking, Jye, we've got the invisible zip in the seam, but how do I finish it off? I've still got this empty random part at the bottom. All you have to do is put right sides of the fabric together, find the stitch where you left off, and then you just want to sew a 1 centimeter seam allowance, just like you normally would. And it's best to do this with a zipper foot, not the invisible zipper foot. Okay, and just like that, you've got a perfect invisible zipper in a seam. How easy, it wasn't that hard. Once you've done your first one, you'll be flying through putting in an invisible zip. Now, at the top here, there's many different ways to finish this off. You can bag it out with a waistband or a facing, and I'm gonna show you that in another video. And that's all. How easy was it to put that invisible zip in? You'll be putting in heaps now. I wanna see heaps of your photos in the comments of all your invisible zippers. Thanks for watching another Jye and I video. I hope it helped heaps, and I'll see you again in another video.